Okay. Hello everybody. The kids are trying not to laugh. Okay, I am sending home bonus homework for tonight to practice rounding and estimating sums. We will have a daily grade tomorrow, and so some of us are kind of struggling a little bit more and might need some extra practice. I have given the incentive of completing both sides of the sheet. There are 12 problems for 5 hound bucks, or the option of completing 3 on each side for 2 hound bucks. So I've also talked about the importance of making the right choice that will help you feel comfortable and confident to make a good grade tomorrow. So I'm going to do one as an example from each side so the kids will remember what I'm expecting them to do. Okay, the first one says, let me cover these up. Superhero Thea saves an apartment building in Washington, D.C. A news reporter wants to provide an estimate of the number of people living in the building for her article honoring the hero. Her research shows that 87 people live in the building. Help her round the number of people to the nearest 10. Okay, so the first step I would do is we need to notice all the important words. It said estimate. We know that means round. It says 87 people in the building, and it says to the nearest 10. So I'm going to pull my number down just so I can see it better. 87. And I want to use a number line to show my work. So what is the first thing I should do?
Create your boundary numbers.
Determine my boundary numbers. So I'm going to underline to show that I'm doing the tens, and there's an 8. So I know my first boundary number would be 80. And my second one, the higher one, would be 90. Okay, good. I can find my midpoint. What would that be, everybody? 85. Good. And then I can kind of look. Where is this going to be on the number line? Oh, it's probably going to be about here. So I know 87 rounded to the nearest 10 will be 90. So 90 would be my answer. But I'm going to also walk you through the other way, so if you're ready to do this more mentally, you can do that. So that example would look like this. 87. I'm going to underline the place. It's a 8 in the 10, so I know that my boundary numbers can be either 80 or 90. I still might want to jot it down so I remember. And then I'm going to look next door, and there's a 7. I know if it's 4 or less, let it rest. Which would mean it would stay here, but if it's 5 or more, raise the score. So it's going to be 90. So this is about 90. Okay, let me do one on the back because it's an estimating sums. It's more of a word problem. And I'll do the very first one. Okay, this one says, Superhero Thea saves 121 dogs and 12 cats. A news reporter wants to provide an estimate of the animals that were rescued by Thea. How many animals were rescued to the nearest 10? What's some important information in that word problem? Estimate. What does estimate mean we're going to do?
Round.
Yes. Round. And we must round before you do the work. You round first, then you add or subtract. Okay, so what else is important in there? 121 dogs.
And 12 cats.
12 cats. What else?
How many animals were rescued to the nearest 10?
How many animals were rescued to the nearest 10? Okay, now I know I'm going to be putting them together, therefore I'm going to do what?
Round.
Putting together. Add.
I'm going to pick him up at 2:30 because we have to leave early.
Okay.
Alex.
Oh, hold on.
If you don't see me, just come out here and remind me.